ladies and gentlemen, people who care about emissions, and by that I mean almost anyone, really. It's a pretty catch-all term. What is this fresh hell that you're casting your eyes upon? Well, this is the state of emissions just outside Gravesend, and can I say, for the most part, they're all right. With the introduction of the airfield, kind of has made things just that little bit worse. So what I'm going to try and do right now is a little experiment. We're going to try and raise the terrain around this area a little bit. And I'm going to see if it makes any difference. I'm going to see if it makes any difference whatsoever to the emission levels. And put the strength up. There we go. Is that working as it's intended? Kind of a little bit. Is it stopping the emissions? I guess I won't actually see until we unpause the game. See if there's a little bit of a dynamic update. I do think that the ground does impact the way in which emissions are transferred across the surface of the world. But if that doesn't make any difference, then maybe I'm completely mistaken. That's actually kind of not why we're here. Why we're here is because we're having a little look at the Gravesend Branch Airport. I mean, it's not really an airport, it's a runway. The Gravesend Branch Runway. And, I mean, things are looking pretty darn good. At the Gravesend Exchange, there is one good. There is one good. There is no more good. There is just one. Which is fine. First Flight, I do believe, is still making money. It was making money. The Second Flight, the cargo aircraft, even goodlier, definitely isn't making money, but it will make money. I also should probably mention that during the break between episodes, I took the liberty of just paying off all of my debt, just fast forwarding, pausing the date speed, nothing too extravagant. Yeah, it's all fine. We're absolutely fine. Anyway, yes, great. Let's talk about what I want to accomplish over the course of this here little episode. So, there are a few things. First and foremost, I want to massively increase the amount of goods that we're actually outputting. The way in which I'm going to do that is, as I've been talking up for a while now, is building a bespoke train line on this little island over here to supply the resources to the steel mill. I don't really know if this is going to be a train network that I'm going to tap into in the future. I think it probably will not be. So what I'm going to try and do is roughly plan out exactly where I want it to go. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, something like that. We're gonna have to get a little bit of road built out here, I think. And I don't know why, but almost all of my money has completely disappeared. So let's take the opportunity to pause the video game and chat about exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, so it doesn't need to be electrified. I don't think it needs to be electrified. But it probably won't make that much of a difference. There we go. Just there. Perfect. Right, so we are going to bridge. We are going to have to bridge, unfortunately, at a fairly shallow point. It is going to cost me a pretty penny, but that's all right. I mean, the whole point of paying off my debt during the downtime between episodes, the whole point, literally the entire whole darned point, was so that I could take out further loans over the course of this episode. So there we go. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I must say, if I am going to build a bridge, it's going to be a spectacular one. Ooh. Oh, we can actually build a fancy bridge. I do believe that the fancy steel bridge, I don't know, iron bridge, it's an iron bridge. It can go up to 180 kilometers per hour. Cool. I had absolutely no idea. Well, we don't really need a steel bridge at the moment. A 90 mile an hour bridge will absolutely suffice for our purposes. Look at this. Look at this. I tell you what, I love building infrastructure. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I absolutely adore building infrastructure. You know what I'm just realizing as I've just built that, like a total dingus? we have got to account for the fact that the water is now no longer navigatable. It's navigatable through this bridge, but it ain't going to be navigatable through this bridge. I didn't even consider that. Now, is this distance going to be short enough for me to put a little bit in the middle? I don't actually know. You know what? What I'll just do is, you know, just kiss goodbye to about $1 million right there. But, you know, it's okay. It's a learning experience, right? Yeah, so even that still isn't enough to allow a boat to pass safely underneath it. What if I cross like over here? Would that be any better? Alternatively, as a tunnel? I mean, look, I was optimistic about the prospects of this actually working from this location. But now I think that optimism has been somewhat replaced. Somewhat replaced with pessimism. Right. Well, what I can do is I can build at the most aggressive angle possible. Right, build at the most aggressive angle possible. Sure. Okay, and that will allow for a gap. Perfect. So we'll do it to there. And then we'll continue across. And then we'll have this come down to about there. Yeah, maybe we can do a little bit better than that in terms of speed. Let's shoot for about 90 across the entire length of the bridge. I mean, look, that is an absolutely spectacular piece of architecture. That is an absolutely spectacular piece of architecture. I will not hear anyone say anything against that. Unfortunately, again, we're gonna have to double it up. You can hear the falsity in my voice, can't you? I am absolutely thrilled that this is gonna get doubled up because it looks the piece. You know, I'm more interested in creating beautiful bridges than I am in saving a penny or two. Maybe that makes me a monster. Maybe that makes me a monster. Maybe it doesn't. You be the judge of that. Doesn't particularly matter. Okay, next thing's next. Let's build a bit of track for the cars out that way. And then we will plonk down a wonderful station right about there. Perfect. And then we'll connect this up. Brilliant. And that should very much be within the range of the coal mine, which is fantastic. Let's get the tracks connected up properly. Ooh, that looks peculiar. Okay, maybe this is going to be a little bit more challenging than I originally thought. Also, I have absolutely no idea why this track is all going to be completely electrified. It absolutely doesn't need to be. Let's see if we can try and raise this track up a little bit. If we raise it up as high as it'll go, it becomes cheaper. And, I mean, cheapness doesn't really concern me. 32,000, yeah, but with that we're able to make things just that little bit more cost effective, which is always good. It's always good for the board when you can tell them that you were able to save a couple of pennies on building a pretty key bit of infrastructure. The board will not be liking me for that, although I tell you what, people who decide design awards, they will be liking me for that, because that is spectacular. Okay, what's the typography like? Not the typography, the contourography. Is this the typography? I thought the typography was like the, you know, like maps and stuff. Maybe I just got the wrong end of the stick. Maybe I just got the wrong end of the road. Who actually knows? If you do actually know, let me know in the comments. And let's put a cargo terminus station right over here. It can just be a single, honestly. Brilliant. Did I put down cargo? Yep, and that's passenger. That's so stupid. That's so unbelievably stupid. I don't even know why I would do such a thing. Immediately off to a horrific start. What can I say? Is this gonna line up perfectly, or is this gonna cause a bit of a problem? Looks like it might cause a bit of a problem. All right, fantastic. Just what I always wanted. Okay. I'm just gonna have to eyeball it here. I'm pretty certain that this will work. 44 kilometers per hour. Well, that is an abysmal speed, but I mean, I'll have to eat it. I could have changed the entire sort of layout of the station around a little bit if I wanted to. Could have gotten rid of the passenger station, but as in, you know, like sort of gone into the configuration tool and just reconfigured it, but whatever. It's just not worth it. Just build a whole darn new thing. That's fine. Okay, anyway, let's link up the tracks, shall we? Grand. And we'll link this up to right over there. 300,000 for track. To be honest, I can probably get that cheaper just by sort of modifying this. Yeah, that can be a little bit cheaper. If I just ditch that, ditch that, ditch that, ditch that, ditch that. Yeah, I know I've disrupted a bunch of routes and a bunch of vehicles are confused. But if I'm to pretend that that is not my concern, to be honest, you don't have to pretend very hard for that not to be my concern. It kind of isn't my concern. 240,000 to build that bit of track. It does involve a little bit of land divoting, but I think I'll just do it like that, to be honest. It's much easier. Okay. And then we'll also do this. Brilliant. Bring that back a little bit and merge that together. Fantastic. Great. Okay, so as I say, the opportunity at some point in the future to capitalize on the fact that we already have this little bit of, you know, train network over here, we can definitely do that. We can always return to this area and find out exactly what the situation is, what is going on. Sure. It's a bit dodgy. What I mean to say is that if we ever need to link into this train network, we can, but I doubt that it'll honestly ever become part of like the main network. Maybe it'll form a link to Cogs Hall, but other than that, I'm not particularly convinced we'll ever be using this bit of track, apart from, of course, using it to transport the resources to Stallbridge Steel Mill. Cool. Okay, so let me see if I can get things rolling over here. I'm gonna get a bespoke building. There we go. And connect that up over there. Perfect. And we're going to need to get the same signals in place over here. Why the same ones? Again, it's just for redundancy. If we ever need to link into the network, we'll have the opportunity to do just that. Right, now is this going to cross over properly? Doubt it. I'm shocked. It's not going to cross over here though, is it? It was too great a wish. Am I able to do the sort of switcheroo on the bridge? I totally am. Wonderful. Okay. Well, if that works, then that works. There we go. I'm going to need to ditch that signal, though. In fact, both of these signals. Just to be on the safe side. Yep. You go there. You go there. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, let's get a train. Let's get a train. Let's get a big hulking wad of cash. Why not? Let's get Let's get the full 30 million, just on the off chance that we actually need it. I don't think we will. We can always repay any money that we're not actually needing. I could get an electric train, to be honest. That only costs 6 million. Could get it. Could get it. You know what? It's got a fair bit of power, but and it is electric, which is quite nice. Travels at the 75 kilometers per hour that we're after. Let me give it a shot. I'm fully expecting it not to be the way in which we want to transport cargo in the future, but you never know. It might just transpire to be the best way to go about doing things. Right, 80 kilometers an hour. Yeah, this is what I'm after. Let's get as many of these as we possibly can. Up to a length of 160. 15 million for this flipping train. Although 6 million of that is the ridiculously priced engine. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of... No. Yes. Cogshull to Stallbridge. But we are going to be passing through here. Is there any... Full load any? Full load all? Load if available? I mean... I think we're going to have to get a different train for each route. Yeah. Okay, Iron Ore. And line 1, you're going to get deleted. Iron Ore is going to be brand new. You to you. Could not connect all stations. I simply don't believe it. Cogshull. Yeah. To Stallbridge. Is it because I've already got vehicles on the line? I think it might be. If I go into Iron Ore, there we go. Send the selected vehicles to the depot. Brilliant. There we go. As you can see, the solution finds itself. Iron Ore. Okay, good. Let's get at least in the first instance iron transported via rail. And then what I can do is I can put all of the extra vehicles onto coal collections. That might make a bit of difference, but certainly we shouldn't need any resource, any iron to be collected via truck. But I need a heck of a lot of money in order to make this train again. And I don't think that I'm going to have that for at least a little while. Primarily because the crocodile costs $6 million. $6 million flipping dollars. Can you believe that? $6 million. Okay. Yeah, how much do I actually need in order to get the same thing again? I need 15 million. Wow. Okay, I mean, there is a small chance that I will have 15 million at some point during the course of this episode. Could very well happen. You know, I'll keep waiting. Tell you what. We got any vehicles in here? Let me see if I can sell off all of these vehicles. There we go. That gets me $200,000. How much did I actually need? There we go. And I needed 0.5. I needed half a... Oh, that's it. I've got it. Okay. I'm literally completely broke. But I have the train. I have the train that I'm after. Has it got the same number of carriages? It does indeed. Perfect, 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 perfect. This is going to make a ridiculous amount of money. Mark my words. Okay, Coleori. Going to get reprocessed. Send vehicles to the depot. Fantastic. And the line of Coleori as well is going to be changed completely. Right, add station. Bish. Bash Bosh. Fantastic. What's the issue here? Ah, yes, you're not going to be able to change over because I haven't allowed for any exchanging of the tracks. Well, we better allow for that. That is pretty important. Right, fantastic. And I suspect that that will be everything completely fixed. Brilliant. Okay, on to Coleori with you then. Fantastic. All right. Let's repay money whenever we possibly can. But let's also rejoice in the fact that we have a wonderful new electric train. Also, I need to put a signal over here. If we are not able to put a signal over here, then we're gonna have issues. There we go. Get that down. And that will allow the Iron Ore train to move. And it'll allow the Coleori train to move as well. Perfect. Not much coal to pick up on this occasion, but we'll get there, I'm convinced. All of these dudes are going to the depot. That's fine. I'm sure there will be a heck of a lot of steel to pick up at Steely. But that's okay. Already I can feel the efficiency. I can feel the efficiency, and it is big. The improvements are huge. Yeah, that's a 3 million. That's a 3 million load of iron right there. So, I mean, just think about how much steel we're going to be able to manufacture. It is going to be absolutely obscene. In fairness, steel is a very, very, very resource-intensive process. We need a heck of a lot of steel. We need a heck of a lot of coal in order to make, you know, a relatively minor amount of steel. But that just gives me the opportunity to make more money. And ain't money the greatest? Am I right? It actually looks like the trucks that we're using right here are completely adequately handling absolutely everything. So there doesn't seem to be any issue with anything. Yeah, brilliant. Cool. I mean, it all looks totally fine. I am gonna change Coleori somewhat though. And I'm gonna change the route. So I'm gonna change the route. So it's gonna go to Stallbridge. And then I'm gonna have it go to Cogs Hall, and then back to Stallbridge, and then you can start again. Yeah. The reason that I'm gonna do that is because we're gonna need more iron than we're gonna need coal. And the distance to travel to get coal is a heck of a lot shorter than it is to get iron. So any help that we can get to deliver a lot of iron is very, very, very much in order, I think. Some cargo items are lost because there's not enough space for the cargo. Yep, that's what I thought would be a problem, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there in the end. No worries. No worries whatsoever. I'm very, very confident. Very, very confident indeed. Yeah, Coleori. How much have we got? 60? Yeah. It's quite taxing, actually. It's quite taxing having all of this iron on one single platform. It would be really, really nice if we could use the other side of the platform as well. That would be brilliant. In fact, maybe we can. Maybe if I go into the configuration tool. And once I have money, which I'm sure will be in just a second, he says very confidently, we can actually double the track effectively. Yeah, 189. Yeah, because that's only 70 out of 72 72 iron there. Yeah, we'll have to do better than that. Where's all my money gone? Where is it all gone? Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, look, just give me the money to get this finished, and we'll configure this track so that it works the way that I would like it to. Okay. Oh, I've just realized that needs to be upgraded. All of this needs to be upgraded. Yeah, to electrified track. Otherwise, we're gonna have an issue. Okay. And back to the track mode. There we go. Go over there. And run this parallel right down the track until you merge into here. Yep, I know. I know there's an issue here. I will fix it in just a second. Right, grand. Is there still an issue? No, there is no issue. Yeah, so let's come down this way. That goes in. That goes out. Fantastic. Ori needs to utilize the second platform. So we want you to be in Cogs Hall using platform numero uno, which is great, which means that we should, theoretically, split the resources across both sides of the platform, which I'm hopeful, anyway, will make a much bigger impact. Yeah, well, here's hoping, anyway. Oh, look at this. It's looking spectacular. Yep. All working fine. How many goods do we have? How much steel do we have waiting? 17 steel. I think that's fine. I don't think that that's problematic even slightly. I think that we can absolutely deal with the amount of steel that we've got coming in. Still looking to try and get more goods, though. Still looking for more goods. We still need more iron. Iron is what's in demand right now. And honestly, the demand is showing no signs of slacking. $2 million. Man, oh man, oh man. That's such good money. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so this is like Ori Plus, because it's got extra ore responsibilities now, which is great. 192, 194, 144 even. What am I even thinking? 194? What is going on here? Yeah, looking good. So that's the better part of an entire train. Yeah, I think that we've pretty much got the ratio roundabout exactly where we want it to be. It seems like we're collecting almost all of the required iron out of that iron mine, which is pretty darn good if I do say so myself. I'm pretty chuffed about it. Also, what I will do is I will manage this line. Manage Ori. Yep, manage Ori. And so on the way back from Cogs Hall, add in a stop at Upper Stallbridge on platform. Which platform is it? On platform 2. Yeah, on platform 2. And yeah, and you should pick up the remaining empty cargo. So if you don't have any space, that's fine. Progress onwards. Okay, you just skipped right past it, but that's fine. Ignore me. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you should be able to fill up Fill up your load with just a little bit of extra coal as and when required. Brilliant. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty darn good start, I think. 93% of the resources transported exactly to where they need to be. What? Did I mess up the line? Don't think so. Don't think so. Where are you going? You're going to Cogs Hall. What are you doing? What is going on here? Not entirely convinced that I know what's going on. Well, you've got a full load now. Great job, I guess. Yep, not sure even slightly what's happening here. Yeah, so you're only taking 127 out of 204 bits of iron, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, so you stopped there to pick up any extra coal if there was any space. There wasn't any extra space, so you continued on. Rightfully so. You're going to head on up to Stallbridge, and you're going to give me all of the money in the world. Right. Ship 1, how are you doing? 59 out of 70 goods. I mean, that's not bad. Is this Bodie McBoatface, by the way, over here? I think it is. I think it is. Bodie McBoatface, the OG. The original. Still not even close to maximum capacity yet. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I certainly can't, to be honest. Bodie McBoatface was the biggest and the best that we had at the time. Now, however, just a relic of a bygone era. Okay. Looks like the amount of coal and the amount of iron that we're consuming, fairly regular, fairly consistent. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. Well, I'm very, very happy that indeed worked. I mean, what can I say? I'm delighted. Absolutely delighted that it worked as intended. Yeah, perfect. So now what we just need to do is just wait for a bunch of goods to be produced. Hopefully we're able to ensure consistent good production, or consistent steel production, which will in itself ensure consistent good production. Yeah, see, we're dropping a little bit low on iron there, which is a little bit worrying, but you know, point is that I think we'll be just fine. And even if it's not consistent production, it's pretty darn near close. Right, let's equip half of these vehicles. He says, let's equip all of these vehicles onto Steely. There we go. There's a big beeping noise. I don't think we're going to need all of the vehicles on Steely, but it certainly can't really hurt. Because the more that we have on there, the merrier everyone is. Yeah. See, this is the problem. Colliery is dragging too many of the iron resources to the other side of the station, which means that all of the iron resources are being misappropriated, which I don't like. That's not good. So when the iron ore train actually departs, it's not full all the time. Anyway, so the goods are being moved right to where they need to be. And then the train that moves the goods, pretty sure it's this one, which I'm trying to click on. Goodly, yep. What's your capacity? Your capacity is 36, and we've got 106. Right, I mean, that is wholly inadequate. Okay, let's manage the vehicle. Let's get it replaced. And let's see what we want to do. I said that I wanted to... I used this one before. 90 kilometers per hour. I think that's still completely adequate. But we're going to need to pull more cargo wagons, aren't we? Yeah. Get a bunch of boxcars. How many do we want to pull? You know what? We'll pull the whole 160 meters. Okay, that caused a little bit of a dodgy transition there. Right. Now it's your turn, is it? Waiting for free path. Okay. Not entirely sure I'm convinced that that's... Not entirely sure I know what's going on here. Okay. Now you can go in. Okay, well, great. Well, thank you for obeying the laws of physics. If not obeying the laws of reality. Sure. Okay. So we're going to wait for a full load over here, and it's going to be a full 144 crate load, which is grand. We've actually got a ridiculously large number of goods still waiting over here. 42 out of 42 waiting at that terminal. Why on earth is it taking such a long time to get the goods to where they need to be? Yeah, why is it taking such a long time? Is it just that we've got too many 63 passengers? What the heck? What the heck is wrong with this? Why are we not able to cross this area here? This little... There's no bridge? Okay, even Goodlier is definitely making a heck of a lot of money, which is grand. But what concerns me is that we're losing goods at the other end. We're losing goods at the other end. In fact, at both ends, I think, because we're just not being efficient enough. Okay, well, let me get some more vehicles. I'll buy 10 more vehicles. If at all possible. That's not. Don't have the money for it. I'll buy what I can. Stick them onto even Goodlier. Yeah, we cannot afford to lose goods. They are far too valuable. Far too valuable to lose. The amount of effort that I go through in order to make them is absolutely ridiculous. So we literally cannot afford to lose them. Okay. You with me? You with me, video game? Gravesend Exchange. Gravesend Exchange. Gravesend Exchange. But you're not picking up any goods. You need to go to the Gravesend Exchange, and yet you're not going. You are going there now, which is great. Right, not convinced that I actually know what's happening, but... Are you going to taxi down the runway and then come back around? Is that what's going on here? Oh, you totally will. I think. Okay, well, the goods train's about to arrive, so, I mean, now's a great time, in fact, to start caring about the amount of goods that we have. And there is no way that I can increase the size of this terminal. Okay, so it doesn't actually look like we've lost too many goods there. But we still may well lose some goods, as indeed we are. Okay. You've got a... You do not have a full load of goods. What the heck is happening here? We're just giving them away. Okay, buy some more vehicles. Buy more. If in doubt, spend more money. If in doubt, spend more money. And see if that makes any difference to anything. Problem is that we've got so many of these annoying little irritating planes flying around on the first flight route, which is making money, but very, very little amounts of money. Okay, so that's fine. I think that that'll end up resolving itself in a little bit, especially once we get a better aircraft. Because at the moment, we've got rather a lot in the air. First flight, yeah. How many... What's our cargo capacity on first flight, and how many are we actually using? 12 out of 60? Right. Let's cut down the capacity by 50%. Send those vehicles to the depot. Just get them out of the sky so that I don't have to worry about them taking up valuable runway space. Because look at this. You're not carrying any flipping passengers, and it's a massive inconvenience for absolutely everyone that you're flying around in the sky. Anyway, so that's one issue that we're successfully in the process of resolving. The other issue that we need to resolve is the apparent, I mean, horrific traffic service over here. And I have absolutely no idea why this area is a complete menace. Is it because... I don't even know. I don't even know what it could be. Oh, you're a special kind of irritating. You know that, video game? You're a special type of irritating. Okay, go there. Yes, I know that that is a colossal pain for absolutely everyone, but it's fine. Now, let's see if we can try and get a road up here. Right. How possible will this be? Bridge pillar collision? Even with steel? Or iron or whatever? Yeah, it still looks like it's going to be a collision either way, unfortunately. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We can delete it. Can delete this bit. It costs 100 grand. We'll delete that as well. Not really something that I wanted to do, but we do now have the money to redraw this. Right there. And to be honest, it's more important that I get this this line sorted adequately as well. If I'm not able to sort this, then this will be a pain in the backside. Yep. I saw it. I had it. I did see it. Okay. And the rest of this junk we can change. I say junk. We can definitely make changes over here. There we go. I saw it. I had it. Let's do it. Okay, so does that still connect up to the train station? Yep, that all still looks totally fine. Let me get this upgraded there. That's fine. And that should now be a completely unimpeded tram and truck route, which is brilliant. Let's get this expanded so that we can properly take advantage of the fact that we've got a lot of goods coming in and we don't want to waste them. No siree. We want to capitalize on that fact, and we also want to, you know, have good connections to absolutely everywhere throughout town. Right, these 3 trucks, I don't think they've even dispatched an initial load to their drop-off point. I think they're just ridiculously unprofitable because they're ridiculously unprofitable. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is, you know? Yeah, good list. Cool. Okay, how frequently are Vickers aircraft coming in? Not fast enough, honestly. 2 out of 3 passengers, 0 out of 3 passengers. To be honest, I think we can be profitable with like 2 out of 3 passengers. But anything less than that, a little bit of a failure. Right, tram test. Tram test is about to have a bunch of trams upgraded because we have a backlog that we need to work down. Right, let's get these replaced. Let's replace them with... We can get them replaced with electric streetcars, but I think we'll get them replaced with non-electric streetcars. Actually, no, we'll not. We'll get them replaced with electric streetcars, but we're gonna have to upgrade them in the first instance. We're gonna have to upgrade the paths. The reason that it's better to get electric is primarily because of the emissions. The emissions are just better. They just work out absolutely better for everyone. If I just take, you know, 20 seconds or whatever to upgrade all of the paths that are required of that. Perfect. Great. Let's go back to tram test. Replace selected vehicles. Let's get the Moscow F. Sure. Moscow F. Brilliant. And Goodley is hard at work. Fantastic. We don't have any debt. Wonderful. And we should be able to pick up 24 passengers a pop now. So we should be able to destroy this backlog in very, very, very short order. Certainly hope that that's the case anyway. Yeah, tram test. Tram test is the one. Let's add an extra carriage or an extra tram onto this. Condition of train 14 is very, very poor. Yeah, better than Planky Supply. Yeah, I appreciate that. There's a lot of poor condition trains out there. It ain't great. Also, is this tram able to get up this ridiculously steep bridge? I sure hope so. Yeah, I just tell you, wait until the way down. That's ridiculously fast. Is this an integrated carriage and passenger? Is this an integrated passenger train and engine? An M300? I think it actually is. Is electric? No, it's steam. Multiple units? Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed. It's got a capacity of 20. A top speed of 100 kilometers per hour. It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad, apart from the fact that it only carries 20 people. That's a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, big bit of a bummer, in fact. But not much that we can really do about that. You know, we don't make the rules of the game. We just play by them. Okay, even goodlier. I just want to make sure, absolutely certain, we're getting the appropriate amount of capacity from the route. Okay, it looks like this is mostly a cargo airport at this point, which is a bit irritating because if I knew that this was going to be just a cargo airport, we could have just put the airport like over here and then just flown the goods directly to Burnley. There's no real necessity to drag them back to the other side of the lake by boat and then have them hauled all the way over to the other side of the map, right next to Gravesend. Yeah, in fact, there's pretty much no reason whatsoever to do that. In fact, there is absolutely no reason to do that. It does kind of look cool, though. It does kind of look cool, but this really should not be a should not be a passenger airport, or it shouldn't be a cargo airport, really. It needs to be one or t'other, and it shouldn't be both. A cargo airport which doesn't concern the cargo of Gravesend should not be super close to Gravesend. Also, let me have another little crack at this sort of terraforming stuff here. What am I looking for? I can try with trees, but I want to try and get this increased. Why does it give me this weird angular shape thing? Is this just like the maximum height that I can make on the map? Surely not. Is it just because it's so close to the airport? Maybe it's just because it's so close to the airport that I can't make it any higher. Okay. Right. I think it's the proximity to the airport, yeah. Okay, I mean, look, that's fine. That's totally fine. Let me still try and terraform this bit. Let me see if I can plant down some trees. All right. I mean, it does make the approach a little bit more dangerous. In fact, it makes the approach to the airport darn right impossible, given the sheer scale of these trees. Look at the size of them. Okay, but will that do anything for the noise dampening? I don't know. Let me just get down a whole bunch of trees over here. There we go. Paint the steep side. Skip collision. Yes. Give me way more trees. Give me way more trees. Okay. Let me have a little look at emission levels. Has that made any difference whatsoever? I don't know. I don't know at all. 90. 90. Emission levels are flipping 90 over here. Yeah, I'm not convinced that I'm actually making any difference to the circumstances around here. I'm gonna raise this over here. And I'm gonna stick some trees down over here as well. See if that makes any difference. Does that make any difference? Will it make any difference? I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? Emission levels were pretty high. They've remained pretty high. Now they just are pretty high behind the wall of trees. I feel like that should make a difference, right? I feel like it should. I feel like it absolutely should. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's just too subtle a change that I'm not noticing it. But anyway, look, goods are looking up. We are looking much improved on the goods front. Tell you what I will do. I was thinking maybe I do just cut my losses. Maybe I do just cut my losses and move the airport around a little bit. But the whole point of having this airport here was so that we could benefit from the proximity to Gravesend. Don't get me wrong, the positioning of the airport will definitely come in handy in the future. If I ever need to sort of airdrop construction materials into the city, then this is you know, the airport that I'm going to fly to, obviously. But it's just for the very specific purpose of transporting goods. Really not convinced that that I've got the right end of the stick on this one here. Okay, things seem to be moving, which is good. Good. Fantastic. All right, well, you know what? As long as we're moving, then that's great. That's great. Yeah, look, if it works and it's consistent, then I'm pretty happy with it, you know? I'm pretty happy with it. And look, again, it means that we're using the ships on the way back, which is a good thing. This is silly. This is totally silly. Steely must be losing money. Yeah, it's losing money. Okay, look, just select absolutely everything. Select absolutely everything, barring, like, a couple. And send these to, like, the depot. Presumably, potentially to be sold off. Okay, so that's 21 vehicles on the Steely routes. I think that's probably appropriate. I don't really want to sell the vehicles off, but if I have to, I absolutely will. How are we doing over here? A heck of a lot of iron and not too much coal. Presumably, Coliori is just about to go and do a little bespoke trip to the coal zone. Looks that way. Yep. Looks absolutely fine. Looks absolutely fine to me. Right. Let's get all of these sold off. Brilliant. That's us up to 30 million. $30 million in the bank account. Can you believe that? We are ridiculously profitable. We are making money real fast. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And we've got no aircraft waiting here? That seems a little ridiculous. Well, we do have a couple of aircraft just chilling out in the hangar. Let's stick 2 back onto first flight. And let's also buy a couple more Vickers, shall we? Vickers, Victoria. We'll buy 5 more. And we'll get these all equipped to even goodlier. Fantastic. I do think that we're going to need the extra goods capacity anyway, so not going to worry about that too much. Also, maybe I could change this. Maybe I could change this train around a little bit. You got 48 out of 48 goods. Plasticur, Fantasticur. Just change that to that, so that we can allow more ships to get in. Some quicker interchanges should help make the difference there. Wait, do you literally take off? Do you literally take off and then land? If you're going to Gravesend Exchange, can you not just drive down the runway? I actually think you're legitimately going to take off and then land, aren't you? Hold up. I see. So we're actually we're literally flying over the city here. I mean, that's not a great vibe. And also, I mean, it's pretty unenvironmentally friendly for you just to take off and then fly around the city again. What the heck was that? You didn't even land. What the heck was that? That was a pretty appalling maneuver, if I do say so myself. Yeah, oh goodness. Okay. So here's the tip, folks. Always put the hangar before the terminals, both of the terminals. Otherwise, you're gonna be forever having this issue like me. Apparently. And you don't want to have this. You don't want to have this. You don't want to have this at all. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. And it's completely unavoidable as well. Completely unavoidable. Right, how's Stone doing? Stone's doing, I mean, says we're not doing too great, but I'll believe it when I see it. The passenger service, the Let's Get Shifty Express service, it's doing a pretty darn good job as well. Building Gravesend, also doing a good job. You know what? Look at this. Look at our headquarters. Look at our headquarters. Company score just went up to 27, whatever the heck that means. I'm making more money than I know what to do with. 37, like, for the first time in what feels like forever. Look at this. Bank balance is going through the roof here. The value of the company over the course of the last, like, 3-4 years has almost doubled. It really has. I like it. I'm very, very happy about it, to be honest. And the fact that it's all popping off in Gravesend, well, it's delightful. It's absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. Can I do better, by the way, with not Let's Get Stoned. Stoned? I think I might be able to. Let me see if I can manage vehicles. And copy that one. There we go. Get a brand new vehicle. 419 stone. Holy cow. How much can this quarry output? 400 stone? And we got 419 just chilling on a platform. That's pretty obscene. That is pretty obscene. Also, you should probably get upgraded. Yeah, I think I should probably get another one of these engines and just get rid of this one. The faster the better, right? The faster that we can transport these stones to where they need to be, the better. I tell you what. Flying Scotsman and the Dorner Merker. Class A3 Flying Scotsman. 120 kilometers per hour. That looks like a gorgeous bit of kit, if I do say so myself. Let's see if we can buy a brand new vehicle. What is this? Capacity is 5, and it's 5 passengers. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Don't you know exactly what I'm gonna do? This is my get out of jail free card. So first things first, sell both these aircraft. You know, get a little bit of money back. And then we go to manage vehicles. We go to first flight. And all of these vehicles can just get upgraded automatically to Dornier Merkers. Costs me 5 grand, but boy oh boy is that worth it. There's not actually any airports over here. Airports over here? Aircraft over here. What am I looking for? Yeah, go to Burnley. Let me see what the situation is in Burnley. What are you waiting for at Even Goodlier? Why are you waiting here? Why did you just miss? Burnley to Cleobury Mortimer Express. Oh yes, I was gonna double the number of trains that we had on this. The Super Express line. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later, though. Okay, why is this taking such a darn long time? Even Goodlier? Oh, no. Burnley Branch is incorrectly got the wrong setting on it. Which means that it... Oh, okay. So we've been faffing around. We've been wasting time for a heck of a long time with that, but that's okay. It should be fine. And that's exactly why aircraft have got to be flying around the whole darn time in a holding pattern, waiting to land. Because of that literally very, very simple setting. First flight, yeah, first flight is just as and when. So presumably that was leading to a pretty large dearth of profitability on Even Goodlier. I mean, it's not, but I'm pretty sure it was. Right, how are we doing in terms of money on everything? Stoned, I mean, we've just introduced a brand new train on this route, so I wouldn't expect this to be making money yet. Cargo capacity is pretty close, really, to where it should be. Goodly, that's shockingly doing okay. Cross-Map Express, also, I know for a fact, is doing completely okay. Yeah, here's the thing. Are we able to take our aircraft off fast enough? Is that going to be the next issue? Look at how many aircraft we're trying to land. This is bananas. Also, do I have any aircraft in the hangar over here? I do indeed. Well, let's just get all of these sold. Yeah, make about $1 million. Save us a little chunk of operating costs, which is lovely. All right, look at this. We're starting to see high-rise commercial buildings. 1924, you know? It's before the Great Depression, so nothing has gotten super negative yet. What is this? The traffic is pretty bad. Am I causing any of that traffic? I'm causing a little bit of that traffic. You know, just hop on one of the trams. There are regular trams around the wonderful city of Burnley. The public transport is wonderful. Let me tell you, absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, also, the Cleobury Mortimer express route is going to get doubled in just a second. However, it's not very expressy at the moment, is it? And it's not very expressive, pretty much, because it can't be. Yeah, there just isn't the track. There just isn't the track for it. Managed vehicles. Clone you. Yep. Costs me a pretty penny, but absolutely worth it. Yeah, so you can get up to speed, but in all probability, you'll have to slow down far too early because of some other train on the line. Also, fueling Cotsgrave, by the way, must be the line that has made me the most money consistently. Also, I would like to prioritize. Oh, that's a path signal. And it's an electric path signal. Cool. I like that. Oh, what's that? High-speed track tool. Oh my goodness. We're actually able to make high-speed track now? Oh, this is brilliant. How high are we talking? 300 kilometers per hour? Oh man, that is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. That's brilliant news. Absolutely brilliant news. Oh, what? Why would you... All right, it's a bit of a tough gig. Not entirely sure why that was, why that signal didn't do what it was supposed to do. But it's fine. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying earlier, I'm pretty sure fueling Cotsgrave must be the line that has made me the most money. By a wide margin. Fairford, yeah, the situation in Fairford's looking good. Cotsgrave is looking good. Fueling Cotsgrave is looking good. The Cross Map Express, which is, I mean, my flagship. Man, I love the Cross Map Express. I mean, it was such a spontaneous explosion of creativity. It was wonderful. Stoned, as we've already said, is looking good. In fact, it's making a heck of a lot of money. And we just increased the transport capacity by like 1/3, so, I mean, can't really complain about that. How's the airport looking? The airport's looking not too bad. Quite a lot of cargo. Quite a lot of cargo to transport. But now that I've changed the even goodlier conditions, that shouldn't really be the same for much longer. We should be able to speed up the speed at which cargo is moved, definitely. I'm just really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. I'm a bit disappointed that that we weren't able to offset some of the emissions around Gravesend. For the most part, we've been able to keep the emissions out of the center of Gravesend, but you know, the closer we are with the train station to the center of Gravesend, the better a passenger service we can actually operate. Although it must be pretty annoying to have all of these aircraft buzzing around constantly over your head. That's for sure. Yeah. Let's get Chifney being a passenger service. Very annoying. Annoying that it doesn't work the way in which I would like it to. Yeah, we're gonna need to get some. We're gonna need to get more lines. We're gonna absolutely need to get more lines. I thought in my optimistic point of view. How are we doing, Real Grub, by the way? Real Grub's making money. Grand. I really thought this is all that we're gonna need. We're only gonna need, you know, one track going away from us, one track coming towards us. But oh, how wrong I was. How wrong I was. Turns out we need a heck of a lot more than that. We need a heck of a lot more than that, and I don't even know the best way of doing it. I think what we're gonna want to end up doing is much like we've done over here, a cargo track and a passenger track, I think is the best. I say a passenger track and a cargo track. They're not strictly separated. I mean, we've still got building Gravesend running on the, you know, the passenger line. But the whole operation really seems to be going pretty darn smoothly. Look, I got 40 million in the bank. I mean, that's not. I've just made so much money. I've just made so much money. I've made so much money that it is kind of ridiculous. I'm very, very happy about it. Don't get me wrong. Very, very happy about it. Couldn't have done it. Couldn't have done it without everyone else's help and expertise. Company score of 25 million. Huh. Interesting. It's gone down. It's gone down from 20-something. 27. Yeah, 27 I think it's gone down from. But look, we're going to be on the up and up in a bit. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this up after talking longingly about better days and about better days to come. I think we're going to wrap this episode up here. Man, I flippin' love this game. I flippin' love looking at this game. I flippin' love talking about this game. I enjoy watching all the little trains just traveling around. Look at how gorgeous everything looks. It's just spectacular. Look at that. Look at that. You just can't make that up. Okay, hold on. Don't look at that one. That train looks a little... That is a unbelievably rusty train. That is an 8-year-old train, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. I don't know if you can you see that? Can you see that in all its glory? Look at that. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Okay, maybe we'll do something about rusty trains in the next episode, but ladies and gents, thank you oh so much. That's a passenger train. You can't... Oh my... How do passengers still ride on this? I would be complaining to the manager about that one. Anyway, I need to stop wittering. Ladies and gents, thanks as ever to my fantastic patrons who help make videos like this possible. I've been Open Potato. This has been Transport Fever 2. I'll see you next time. Bye.